I feel like I probably should take them away, but as a mom, I just kind of want to let her grieve for a minute. Let her have a minute with them. I know, baby.
I was really heartbroken for her. I was really disappointed for myself and heartbroken too. And then watching her go through all that for basically nothing was sucky, for lack of a better word. Hey guys, welcome to TCR. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Welcome back for another video. It has been a crazy week. Neil Diamond, my male intact goat, Caroline's baby daddy, was sick this week. I think he had a mild case of bloat. I was able to alleviate the symptoms and get him going again, and he seems fine now. He's eating, drinking. He's totally back to his normal self, thank goodness. But then this morning when I went into the pen, Caroline wasn't acting right. And, well, I don't think she's kidding around. Caroline and Neil have been completely raised together, and Caroline went into heat around January, end of December, January. And while we never witnessed them breeding, it would certainly appear that she is now in the beginning stages. I just walked into the gate. That kind of hurt. Ouch. It would now appear that she's in the beginning stages of labor. She had a little bit of loose stool this morning. Her ligaments on the back end of her seem to be completely squishy. Now I am comparing that to what the back end of Neil feels like, because today was the first day that I read that was like a thing. Because honestly, I only noticed her bag drop, her udders, about 2 weeks ago. Everything that I have read about a first-time doe being pregnant and getting ready to kid is that their bag usually drops about a couple months into their pregnancy. In this case, she dropped a couple of weeks ago, and about a month ago. So I thought, okay, she's probably got 2 or 3 months left. Well, here we are today. I'm pretty sure that she's in the beginnings of labor here. She's actually laying down right now. Hi, handsome. I know you're feeling so much better, aren't you? I know you had me worried. Yeah, his side, it was weird because his left side was not sticking out the way that, you know, classic bloat is supposed to. But he had all the other symptoms. He had a little bit of foaming at the mouth. He had the clear, you know, lethargy, discomfort, whining, the whole 9 yards. But he wasn't eating. And he was still drinking a little bit of water here and there, but he was still going to the bathroom normally. So I did give him some sodium bicarbonate, just, you know, baking soda. And I gave him some, I forget what it's called, but it's basically like the goat version of Pepto-Bismol, the pink stuff. I gave him a little bit of that for to help alleviate, and then I rubbed him. I massaged his sides like crazy to try to help alleviate the gas. But as you can see, today he's eating just fine. No qualms about eating his food. Caroline is not a very vocal goat. She never has been. The only time she's been really vocal was when he had his urinary calculi, and I had to take him to the vet to get his pizzle snipped. I know, right? And she threw a fit. She screamed the entire time I was gone, but she's not a super vocal goat. With that being said, she hasn't been screaming during this process at all. This is completely squishy back here. Now, like I said, I didn't read about this before, so I don't know what she felt like a few weeks ago prior to me thinking that she's in labor. She's pawing at bedding. She starts to sit down and then she gets up. She's repositioning herself, like everything I've read. It seems like she's at the beginning stages here of it. She ate like crazy yesterday, and then today she won't eat. She's drinking water, but she's not eating. And everything I read said that that's very normal, that sometimes they'll kind of gorge themselves and then not eat when they start labor. You know how goats are, they have their own little personalities and their own little quirks. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on her. I come out here and check on her. I make sure that she's not hurting or anything yet. I don't know. We could wake up to kids in the morning. I almost feel like maybe she's only got one in there, just because she does seem like she's smaller to me than pictures I've seen of goats that are like the day they're due. Oh, Neil, that's kind of not cool, buddy. Okay, thank you. Oh, God, Neil. Hey, that hurts. I know, but you're rubbing your horn on me, bud. I know. I think Mama's having a baby. So look. Oh, there's the mucus. There it is. So she's progressing. This is like my first mammal that I'm doing, and this is exciting. Well, I'm not doing it. She's the one in labor. I'm not gonna take credit for that. But I'm definitely learning a lot as we go here, huh? Are you nervous about being a daddy? She's just such a quiet little laborer. I'm impressed. Like Tom Cruise would be impressed over here. Like she's not asking for drugs. She's being quiet. Whoa, ow, Neil. Now I am gonna be moving Neil here soon. We've been working on getting this back pen behind the pool finished, but there's an electrical outlet there that Mike has to put like a little cage around basically so he can't mess with it. I'm waiting on him to get rolling on that so that I can move Neil. He's not gonna be happy being by himself for a little while.
It's okay, Mama.
She's just kind of moaning gently now, but I just came out and checked on her again, and she's been drinking water, but she's starting to have this mucus plug kind of come out, and hopefully moving into the next stage of active labor here soon.
We're on day 2.
Yes. Well, no, day 1 because it's only been 24 hours. Her discomfort level has increased. I've got Neil moved out into a different pen. You can hear him kind of yelling in the background right now because he can hear that we're over here. She's still laboring. Her mucus plug is like still coming out very mucusy. She's over here moaning a little bit. She's been drinking water. She hasn't eaten anything yesterday or today, but she ate a lot the day before. Almost like she was preparing in a way. I'm actually going to be bouncing back and forth a lot today because we have a bunch of birds to process. So we're getting a bit of a late start because we wanted to move Neil. I'm keeping an eye on her. I'm checking on her at least once an hour, and just, you know, refilling her water and making sure she's comfortable as best we can. So hey guys, it's like middle of the night. It's like 2:33 in the morning. I know, Mama. And unfortunately, my suspicions, my worry about her going into labor early because Neil was sick and it stressed her out, I think might have been right. So it looks like she had 2 kids, but they're definitely a little underdeveloped. They have like peach fuzz on them, but they're like almost completely hairless. I mean, she delivered them on her own. Looks like she dealt with the umbilical cord. But yeah, they're almost like hairless, and they're very, very small. So I think and she's a little upset. I actually brought Neil back in. He escaped twice this morning to get to her. So I went ahead and put him in here. So, you know, this is definitely upsetting. Definitely not what I wanted to see when I came out here this time. I'm very sad for her. You can tell she's upset. She's trying to lick them and clean them. She doesn't understand. I feel like I probably should take them away, but as a mom, I just kind of want to let her grieve for a minute. Let her have a minute with them. I know, baby. I know. I know, mamas. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning right now. She delivered her 2 stillborn boy and girl kids last night. It looks to me like they were probably about a month or so early. They just weren't fully developed. It's sad. It's totally sad. And she's really upset. I had to kind of force her to get up today and to eat. She wanted to just lay there, and like it was like she was giving up, and it was breaking my heart. So she's screaming right now because she's actually passing the afterbirth, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Usually takes them about a day to fully pass everything, the placenta, the fluids, all that. I did get her to eat. She's been nibbling, eating. She's not, of course, eating like she normally would. I know, Pumpkin. She's breaking my heart over here. I hate it. I know she's uncomfortable. I know that she's sad. I'm having a little bit of a tough time with what to do with her milk right now. She's bagged but I feel like she's not fully back. So I don't know if like her milk isn't like fully in, especially because she had the babies early. I've tried to kind of milk her a little bit, but she's not really into it and I can't get anything out. Also, I've never done it before. So, you know, it's one of those things where I could watch a million YouTube videos and read a million articles and still get it wrong. Everything else I've read said that she will dry up on her own, which also bums me out because I you know, that was one of the reasons that I wanted to go through the kidding, was to have milk from her. But with her being in the state that she's in, I really don't want to make her any more uncomfortable than she already is. I feel like right now that's just the priority, is to just kind of get her through this and get her feeling better. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on that. Some of the stuff online is a little bit spotty as to what to do in the case of stillborns. But I guess it would be the same thing if the mom rejects a baby and their milk doesn't come. I don't know. Broke my heart to watch her trying to nudge them this morning when I came out here. And she's never made these noises before, even during labor. This is, to me, I could be totally wrong, but to me it sounds just like her little heart's broken. I hope this kind of thing never happens to you and your goats, but I hope that if it does, maybe you find this video and it gives you a little bit of comfort, or it helps you through it, or maybe you learn something from this. I don't know. But I made her little buffet here. She's got her own separate water, which she just got stuff in, but she's got her own separate water down here. And she's got her leaves that she likes, her fresh hay. So far this afterbirth is looking pretty normal. It's not like shiny. Like everything I've read, everything I've watched and heard said that their udders should be super shiny when there's milk in there. And like even when I mean, she's not very hairy down here. It's not shiny, but it does seem a little bit full. But you know, and I know that there's like plugs on the teats, but I don't want to hurt you. So she doesn't like me messing with it. All right, guys. So today's Tuesday. She passed her placenta and her afterbirth yesterday evening. She seems to be doing much better. Her appetite seems better. Neil, really? Her appetite is better today. She is still kind of taking it easy, but she's definitely much improved. I think her spirits seem better. Hey, we're not playing that right now, buds. Get a boy goat, they said. It'll be fun. Actually, I don't think anybody ever said that. It is a bummer. I was really excited about the fact that, number one, that he was even able to successfully breed with her, because every time we had seen him try, she had just kind of been like, nope. Everything I've read too also says that they tend to be sneaky about it and kind of do it at night if they're kept together. It's a bummer when these things happen on the farm. This was like my first live birth, you know, done lots of hatchings and things like this, but this was definitely had a different feeling to it because it's a mammal, and I was really looking forward to it. So I was really heartbroken for her. I was really disappointed for myself and heartbroken too. And then watching her go through all that for basically nothing was sucky, for lack of a better word. I think the stress of Neil being sick for a day and a half, I think he had that little bout of bloat, and I was able to get him back on his feet really quickly, but I think it stressed her out. I really do. And I think it just caused her to go into early labor because there was no other factors that I think, would have contributed to that. And no crazy illnesses, nothing like that. It's funny because the things you hear on the internet and the things that you watch on YouTube videos, and then I talk to some of my friends locally that raise goats and stuff, and they're like, oh no, this happens. Sometimes the first time they kid, that there's a mishap, and this is normal. Like it's not uncommon. So it's not like every time, but it's common enough that it's, I guess, not as shocking to somebody who's been doing goats for a while. But with this being my first hand at it, it was a little bit like, oh man, it feel like a failure. You know what I mean? Like, even though I know I have no control over nature, it does. It kind of leaves you feeling a little bit like, oh, I failed her, I failed them. I'm not gonna lie, definitely bummed me out. I definitely got teared up taking the babies away. It sucked. It was not what I wanted to wake up to. Keep a good thought for my girl, Sweet Caroline here, and hopefully she finishes recovering and does well. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope that your kidding goes better than mine did. But you know what? Take solace in the fact that if you have had a kitten go sideways, that you're not alone. It happens. These kinds of things happen on the farm. Not everything goes as planned. Not everything is predictable. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to talk less and do more.